Hello, everyone. RPG Kingdom Kid here, back with another live stream of Final Fantasy 14. That's right, guys. Today we are starting Shadow Bringers. I cannot wait. We are officially in the latest, technically, the current expansion of the game. And as you see, I'm wearing the outfit that Tataru gave me. I'm not wearing the outfit. This is a glamour over my current armor, and I thought it's perfect. I also did kind of change my hairstyle and the face a little bit, not by much, and obviously you won't be able to see that until I change my face mask, which will probably happen somewhat soon. Yeah. So off screen, I did some stuff off screen, not a lot of stuff. I did the Moogle Trove stuff to get a thing, so we'll actually see that hopefully soon. Hopefully I'm actually on the mount. But anyway, guys, as you all know, I live stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to do my damnedest. I mean, I have to. I cannot stream for 6 hours or almost close to 7 hours like I did on last Saturday. Yes, I'm on the mount. So this was the only mount that I really cared about in the, for the thing that, the Moogle thing has. Now, granted, I might get some of the other mounts that they have. It plays the music that plays when you're facing Lakshmi, but this is the only mount I really kind of care about because it's the fucking coolest looking one, and I actually really like it. It's basically like I'm riding. Was it Amaterasu? Was that the name of the? Was that the name of the dog in Okami? I don't remember. I've never played that game, but yes. Yes, so I live stream Final Fantasy 14, guys, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, so now that we're in Shadowbringers, I'm probably, this is my quote unquote, unofficial, actually this will be my prediction as to how I think this will go. I think we will wrap up the main story of Shadowbringers sometime early April. I won't say we'll wrap it up before April 20th. So there's that. And then I think we will wrap up. We will be fully caught up and ready for Endwalker beginning of May, end of April. Because there's not that many Granted, I think 5.5 is going to give us more quests. But 5.5 isn't technically out yet, so. But we'll see. So yeah, that's my unofficial guess as to how I think it's going to go. So we'll be fully caught up either beginning of April or end of May. Beginning of May or end of April. So yeah, we're getting very close, guys, and I cannot wait. But anyway, I also release videos every single day at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, or at 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Central Standard Time if it's a day I'm streaming. Currently, guys, the first video that comes out is Persona 5 Strikers. Today's episode was a big one. I hope you guys were able to catch it. If not, you can catch it whenever. And of course, the second videos to come out is Bravely Default 2, and I'm getting in a good groove in that game. You guys will find out with this video that will be coming out today how I'm basically in a good groove with it now, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. So yeah. And of course, guys, I rarely mention this, and I should be mentioning this more. If you guys missed the live stream, it always comes out the following day at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So the ones on Tuesday comes out on Wednesday, the ones on Thursday come out on Friday, one on Saturday comes out on Sundays. There we go. Alrighty, let us begin Shadowbringers in earnest. So yes. So yeah, basically what I did for to get that mount, it cost 50 of those Moogle point thingy-mabobbers. And the quickest way to get all that stuff, and I'm pretty sure that's what everyone was doing this one, the Paratorium, basically the last mission in A Realm Reborn story before the quest afterwards, because that gives you 10 of those Moogle things. So do 5 of those and then you're good. I might keep doing some of that stuff because this thing goes on until 5.5 gets released, so I might keep doing that every now and then, just so like maybe I could get, because there's like I think there's like a T-Rex mount that would be pretty cool to get, so that would be cool. Yeah, it just sucks you can't skip the cutscenes, and that thing like takes at least an hour because of the cutscenes. So, hey Tataru, Let's... Oh my god. 920,000 experience. And what the hell is that? White Oak Weapon Coffer. Okay. Alright, Tataru, share with us. So even though this is only a few days ago, or a few days later, I'd like to say, like, because let's just imagine, like, we actually spent the time from the end of Stormblood to the beginning. Like, I think in the canon, maybe it's been quote-unquote years. I feel like it has to. Good news, Andy. We've had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. A path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we had eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. I better go and give them the best. Sounds like Tia's work, but not as Tia's is waiting around, I suppose. Better give them a hand. So in this fan fiction I'm reading, like, my thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner we can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Emperor comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silverway waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Oh, you're coming with me? Ooh, I like that. I like that one. So in this fan fiction I'm having with my character, you know, I'm in a relationship with Elise, but like, so after the quest, you know, she kind of like consoled me in a way, but I'm like, I can't believe I failed them and all that stuff, and I failed you guys in the fight and such. I could have beaten him if, I could have beaten him if I didn't have that vision and all that stuff, and it's like, I failed, I need to like go on my quest and such. And like, even though she's like, you don't need to do this alone. It's like, I have to do this alone type thing. She's like, okay, I trust you and I believe in you. You just come home safe and all that stuff, you know. The generic, like, oh, anime protagonist has to do stuff on his own and love interest has to be like, okay, but be safe and all that stuff, so. What? Yo, this mount goes on water. That's awesome. Oh my god, that's awesome. I think yep, this is my favorite mount now. So, and now, like, it's been years and I've been, like, just traveling on my own. I've been wearing this. I've been hiding my face and everything because I don't want anyone to know who I am and all that stuff, so. Into the survey site, sir. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. I hope I can get to a decent place during this stream. The good news is, I actually don't have to worry about a dungeon for a while. If I can actually get to when that dungeon is, then I'd probably be fine. But I have to stream for 3 hours, or a little bit over. I can go for 4, but I'd rather not. The reason why, guys, I'm also getting my first COVID shot today. Granted, it's closer to 3 o'clock than it is to 2, but I'd like to be more done than before. Also, I still need to go and do the Omega stuff, so if I can actually wrap this up at around 1 o'clock, I can continue doing some of the Omega stuff. So.
Look how many people there are.
There's a lot of people.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
I like the tower.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We found bugger all without you.
Wedge! My boy.
Biggs! Wedge!
Ah, Wedge is all shy because Tataru.
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse collared the chief for some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
The Omega business.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
In all honesty, I kind of want to make another character that's a Lalafell. I kind of do. I don't know if I do the story bits, but I kind of want to do, like, make it. I don't know if I do story. I think I just, like, do.
I'm not seeing anything out here.
I think it just need be more so of the.
Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
Hand.
And get stuck halfway?
I mean, granted, I'd want to do
thank
that.
you.
I don't know. I just want to make a character that's a Lalafell. I don't know why.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Oh, I love that. I love the little interaction that they're having. It's so dark here. Oh, look, I found the beacon.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Yeah, it also has, like.
Isn't that the ironworks
Yeah.
symbol? Counterfeiters?
Oh, God!
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
What the fuck is going on?
Safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Ah, my head. It's gonna be kind of hard to come up with I'll be honest, it was hard to come up with the name of this stream because I was like, I don't fucking know what to have it yet because I'm technically like I watched the movie for the Shadowbringers in here. In all honesty, I need to like watch the other movies too. I haven't. I think I watched the Realm Reborn one, and I haven't watched all of Heaven's Sword or all of Stormbloods yet. So. Whoa!
Oh, do not look at me so.
Oh, that's Orion J.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you!
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still.
Is that Memphilia? Yeah, that's Memphilia.
Your time has not yet come.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just want to find my friends. Oh, what the hell? Is that me, or is that someone else? Oh, that looks... Oh, that might be me. No, I don't think so. Oh, I think it is, actually. No, it's the Warrior of Darkness, dude. I knew they'd be coming back in this expansion because... Yeah. Look, I know that the premise is like, oh, hey, you gotta become the Warrior of Darkness type thing.
endless dreams I awake.
Is that my voice? Is that
Something
my
vague,
voice?
yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Is that chocolate? I will do this. Hi.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Why do you look like the knight? Why do you look like the dude who we like first met at the Johnny Wench? What do you mean this time of night?
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me grandad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time.
What?
And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk yet, he'd reply. Yeah.
So, well, what's happening?
Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
Sure. Oh, come on. You can take a drink.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby.
Okay.
Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystalium.
Crystalium, huh? Okay. Okay. This is an interesting start.
To dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy.
Is that the Crystal Tower?
There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
The one true struggle. Shadow. Only took us 20 minutes to get here. Okay. I can't ride my mounts, damn it! They gotta be heading there, over there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to level 80, but like, you know what really sucks is like all the experience that's not gonna carry over once I get to level 80. It's like, god damn it, what's the fucking point of getting experience? I hope it's like something that's like, oh hey, you got the experience will carry over once the level cap increases. So like, here's all the level ups and experience you would have gotten. It's a Vieira. Hi.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not. This is the threshold of the Crystalium Stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Okay.
From where do you hail?
The sauce. I guess technically Limsa Laminza.
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists.
Huh?
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
But I'm telling the truth. Oh, hi. Whoa. What the hell?
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
Oh no! The merchant dude.
Everything all right, Captain?
Oh, it's that dude.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystalium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city.
Okay. Hi.
Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
No, it's fine. I totally understand. It's cool.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
I don't know if I fully trust you. Then again...
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
I guess I answered him. What's with your arm?
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off.
Yeah.
That you were still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystalium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
So the rest of my friends are here? The other sounds here.
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you.
Okay.
Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
Yes, it's apparently nighttime.
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost.
Oh, that's lovely.
And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe
supposed to be
even
the
now.
first. Technically, this was Final Fantasy 14 1.1 or whatever, something like that.
We call them.
And then A Realm
The
Reborn
creature you saw
happens
earlier
where
was
we're
one
at.
such monstrosity.
At least that's my guess.
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes.
Okay.
And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
Okay. The sauce?
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystalium.
Okay. I'm actually curious if I could, like, teleport out of here. They probably won't let me do that right yet. But, it'd be hilarious.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
I guess. The Crystalium. Here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystalium. Goddamn. I get that's so much. That's so much experience. I'm flat out going to get to like level 80 in like 5. It's not going to be 5, but you know what I mean. Is that an armor coffer? Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp on the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystalium civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. Okay. And I will attune to the crystal. As you see, the path will take you directly to the Aetherite, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful objective of my summoning spell, you should, in theory, be able to reach all the way back along your Aetherite trail to find a connection to the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you can complete this attunement before venturing any further. So yes, I will be able to come. Now I can probably come and go. After you have done so, walk up to the steps next to the Aetherite and head out to the left of the air. Arrive at the Crystalium meeting. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokesperson, Catalyst, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Moran. To reach him and his cabinet of curiosity, you want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit to the left, and simply continue straight along down until you come to a large door at the end of the path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access on opposite side of the Aetherite Plaza. Bragi? That's the name of the one dude in Dark Road, isn't it? In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts in the city and hopefully gain a free feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. So the writing down and where now? Crystal clear. I'll just follow the stuff on the map. Very good. I can see the layout of the Crystalium is more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origins. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal XIV. There is an unspoken rule about peering deeply into the particular mystery. When you finish making your road, pray meet me in the large courtyard to the center of town. Until then. I like the jingle for this quest acceptance. That axe actually looks pretty cool that I have equipped on now. Well, it is straight up part of the quest. Like, hey, attune this, will you? By senior sense, detect the flow of vastly distant currents of aether. The connection to these engineers is faint but stable and should allow transportation to aetherites in the source. The sauce! Oh, is this crystal below me? That seems to be the case. Ah, this is like some kind of plantery. Like, is this all of the disciplines of the hands? Here to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. Hi. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Eldritch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight that's safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is a place to visit if you need a coat mend or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll be handed to you in a place like those Mori layabouts. Here in the Crystalium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have the whiff or indolence about you like some folks I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? Homeland as one of the Exxon's countrymen, you say. I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't exist if it weren't for him, and any friends of his is a friend of ours. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say it's his Grand Majesty that summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulling the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystalium began. At the Anchor's invitation, buildings started growing up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the palace gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. City stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Anchor looks exactly the same as he did back then. He's indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talents you might be hiding. If you ought to contribute to the front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catalyst, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalium Mine. We can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Your exchange with Catalyst has taught you about life of the Crystalium. So, Art, would you like, I have a feeling she'd be like, eventually I could probably, like, do some... Come on. I'll probably eventually be able to do, like, some of the hand stuff here, so... Wow, they really don't want me to go up there, huh? So we've gotten these two. That one's at the bottom, that one's probably at the bottom too, and then that one's probably... Yeah. So, actually during the Omega, raids, I actually ended up fighting X-Death, who was the villain of Final Fantasy V? Yeah. It's actually kind of cool. That fight actually went very nicely, I'd say. Okay, I have those two down there, and I have the one that's like right up here, so. The Baldaquin. Nuts board. I'll get all of them once I get that one. Then I just have to. I'll teleport here. And I just need those last two. Cabinet of Curiosity. Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perhaps, chance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and, well, what I meant to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Moran, at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for creating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, damage to recorded knowledge was less catastrophic. We few do well we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Oh, so you're interested in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield more novel perspectives, I quite agree. If you prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have the illustrated history book for children somewhere. In just a moment, I'll fetch it for you. You see me as a child? But you're probably right, I do want something with pictures. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson then. I honestly can't tell if you're a guy or a girl, and I honestly don't care. "100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness." Oh, okay. So, don't mention that I'm a Warrior of Light then. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous blinding wave rose up and swept across the star. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just when it seemed like all would be lost, a savior appeared before us, Nymphelia. The Oracle of Light, she stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Noverant, and Noverant alone spared the fate of erasure. That looks like Nymphelia to me. Ah, these creatures from the movie. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspects of bedrivel and few folks who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their effulgent presence stole the night from Noverant's sky. Even now the remaining the bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I'd speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I would be glad of the company. Your exchange with Moran has taught you about the Flood of Light. I like you. I don't know why, but I like you. The Rotunda. Bragi. I'm probably gonna go and attune those other two things. Then I'll be good. You see, friend, the spinning head and wide eye gives you away. Bragi. Welcome. My name is Bragi, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave to this district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too floored by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for minstrels such as yourselves, so finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry, did you say, I'm actually a Miquote? I'm sorry, did you say minstrel? Yeah, this is actually kind of cool that they I don't know which one to say. I'm sorry, did you say minstrel? Ah, there's something wrong. Let's see if we can strengthen this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a hume. The taller one is an elf. That sturdy individual over there is a gladiagent. Whilst that one with the horns is a Drana. I believe that's the case, yeah. And then you have the large, scaly chap with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zune. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. I hail with... Ah, it stands for XIV, huh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite your oblivious learning, they're fluttered over the simplest things. Floored. Well, not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Change the bracket taught you the people of the first. Did it really, though? Did it really teach me about the people of the first? I don't know. I do like the music that's playing along with this. Wow, it's almost been an hour and I've only done 2 quests. That's fine, you know. It's not like I'm in such a big hurry, especially now that I'm like... where I should be. So, now that I'm like in the same expansion as everyone else is, I'm not too like, oh, I need to like get. I was like, I need to get to this spot at the end of this stream or something like that. So it's not like I like need to like go as. I would like to be like, oh, hey, I'd like to get to this spot by the end of this stream, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So. Oh, did I? I'm assuming I attuned this one. Yeah, I did. I mean, yeah, I did. It said I've attuned everything, so... Well, how did you fare? My colleagues help you form a clear picture of the world of its people. Yeah, I guess. Yes, it seems you were trained to the most thorough instruction. I understand it was something of a chore, but it was necessary for you to grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origins, you may have known that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your inevitable crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Ha, that thing is worse than what I have on, so I'm not going to wear it. Perfect. I'm actually glad. I was like, I don't want to like, oh, that's going to be, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to keep getting for a while. You've done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you have found yourself. Now it's time I fulfill my half of the bargain and explain what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I'd rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to organize a few things, but I shall see that the guards know to admit me. just like that, then Garatai is... I'm not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? Oh yeah, so in my Crystal Tower run, there was that dude kind of like stayed in the tower. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individuals dying in the tower when I passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it's best that we focus on the present. He was actually an awesome dude too, by the way. So it's like I honestly kind of wish I showed the Crystal Tower stuff on stream, but at the same time, meh. Preserve me, just wait.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard.
Okay, good.
I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind.
Okay.
Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions.
Yeah.
To put it simply, they are here in the First. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source.
Oh?
In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First. And the reverse could also be true.
Oh, okay.
The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. And thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Oh, well, how convenient.
As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
Oh, wow.
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the First for almost a year.
They've grown? They've gotten older without their big brother around.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well.
Yeah, but we were going through some shit.
As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are in truth merely spirits that one can see. And
they showed up naked too. It was odd.
Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
But will we get them to return at some point? Hopefully. Find a way to send them back. What have they been doing all this time? Find a way to send them back.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the First was rejoined with the Source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
Oh boy.
Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Oh, well, that's great.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the
Is
forest,
everyone in
yes,
different classes
but they
now?
have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips.
Yeah, I'd like to know where they're at. I'd like to know where my brother and sister are at.
Reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home.
Which probably won't happen until the end of the expansion. Or
What
beginning
say
of
you?
Endwalker, one of those two.
Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
I'd say for the moment, yes, you have. For want of a better choice, but I'll see that you keep your promise. For the moment, I'm not going to be too sassy with him yet. He seems to be in earnest about this, so I'm like, okay,
You will not
yeah,
regret this.
I trust you.
With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Okay. Crystalium boasts the numbers of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Penitence, which as it turns out is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and as hopefully give you more introduction on the wares. Come along. Until I have met all my Scion friends again, I shall not remove my outfit. Even should I get some better armor, I shall not remove my outfit with this glamour.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
That's good.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Oh, hey, it's the tome things.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. you shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld. Avan Kerm Sin?
Excuse me?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Excuse me? What the hell?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
Okay.
After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails? Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
Should I listen? Okay.
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come,
okay.
Then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap a message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Ooh, Tataru Cryle. You know what? Send it to Tataru. Tataru's the secretary, and in all honesty, she's the one I like better. Also, she saw me disappear, so I think she's the one that needs the most consoling.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystalium. Right,
cool.
We were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Gilead, I need a drink. Oh, they're still... Aw, it's so cute. Oh, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the President's for the duration of your stay. Make use as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene at the Oracle and all. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Daddy. You are denied the comforting blanket of night, but peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Nice to meet you, sir. Welcome to your new home at the Pendant. The room is ready if you prepare to retire. Where's the bed? Yeah, this is basically like kind of like the same setup as the inn at Laminza, which is the only place I've ever found an inn at. Yo, that view though. You. Oh. Hi. Is this your house?
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
Hi, buddy. Oh, you look mad. The warrior of darkness?
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
I can see you too, buddy.
Oh, gods, how long has it been?
What's happened?
You
and Minfilia came?
That was what I called myself in your world. The warrior of darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? $100 years. 100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
I'll be honest, I don't know, but,
You were summoned to save the first.
Yeah.
Waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this god's-forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Alrighty. Full gate, okay. Oh, that was very enlightening-ish. His girlfriend left. Alrighty.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
Yeah, I guess I found them okay. Well enough, thank you. I'm not gonna mention the ghostly visitor quite yet. Unless, of course, I just mentioned him during that one anyway.
Should you want for anything, pray let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the Flood of Light. The Crystalium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
Okay.
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
So let's not go there.
As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystalium.
Okay, what about Thancred? Where's Thancred at?
Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armorang.
Okay, but where's Thancred?
They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the Flood of Light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard. both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
And Thancred?
So, will it be Calicia or Armorang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
Can I just pick both of them right away and then go do one, go do the other like I always do?
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of sin-eaters.
Okay.
Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Yeah, they probably will. Oh damn, level up. Level up. I now know Mastering the Beast. Search of Alphanone. You'll visit Alphanone and Crystalium then. Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is on an island off the west coast, so you'll need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of instruction. Present it to Zim Demons, the Master of Beasts of Tenement's Rockery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphanone, be sure to pass on my woman's presence. For Amayanga, I was able to be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of summoning was, repeatedly. Yeah, I bet she did. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this love introduction addressed to a man named Kassad, the master of a merchant caravan. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amo launch and he will see that you reach your destination. Alrighty. We're gonna go see Brother first. He's the one we haven't seen in a long time. Although I can also see the argument of wanting to see Alize first. Alright, so you're close to the Damos Rockery, so... I hope we can... I mean, I still have like an hour and a half left, or a little more. I think I could do both of these quests beforehand, and then there's like 2 quests before the end of the next set, so maybe if I can do all that, that'd be great.
Your faces are known to me. What business have you at the Rockery? Signed by the architect, bless. Yes, I can provide you with an armor passage to Culture. I will pick you on a friendly welcome.
And Amuro, you say?
That's right. Sounds like my great friend over there coincides these parts. But I gather you hail from further afield, more accustomed to chocobos, perchance. There are a few places where they ride little eels. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding armor, I think it best I come to you in this flight to myself. Any Zune worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the action sent you to me. Ensuring your arrival safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the armor launch. One of my junior camels will attend to you while I raid the mounts.
I'll be honest, this place is a little more easy to rendezvous with than
If you're looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard.
Okay, you're not who I wanted to talk to. It was this one. Oh, right. It says so right there.
You want to fly an armor onto Kosal? Well, I suppose if Master Domjul is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mount shortly.
Launch out the coastal. Speak with the aspiring armor carrier to fly to the island. You can now use your Aetheryte compass to assist with locating Aetheryte currents in new regions. Should you lose the compass, yabba yabba yabba. How do you lose the compass? Do you just like accidentally sell it or something? Is that what happens?
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting.
I always
in a
remember
moment.
the trailer for Shadowbringers with Tom Holland being like, I gotta be the warrior of
faint
darkness,
and
I gotta be the warrior
fleeting,
of
drifts
darkness.
coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance,
That commercial is always funny.
beyond the broken earth,
I honestly can't wait to see like the
a
commercials
city
for
beckons.
Endwalker here. Now that like the warrior of light in that becomes a paladin, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Hey.
We arrived. This is the cracked shell beast on the eastern coast of Calsolia. We should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of.
Oh boy.
Spy that city in distant, that is Ilmer, the island's main settlement. It rivals Crystalium in scale and was once an ally of our battle against the abominations. For years, the Almanan elite have fascinated themselves the masters of what remain of a broken world. They have gone so far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystalium is one among many who reside there heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with the Almanan is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Ancient during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city.
Okay.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now the Arch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make you find your good friend deal easier. Listen closely.
Okay. Shit. So there's honestly not that many, like, I think the only quote-unquote problem I'll have is, of course, the dungeons and things. But there's only 9 of them in total, I believe, from when I counted. So there's not that many of them.
If you head south along the coast, you'll eventually come to a fisherman's shark. A friend of the Crystalium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Ivor. Ivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Coastal and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a supply of thine that will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the armor until you are ready to return.
No.
Northwest, huh?
I kind of wish it was a different song that plays during this, but that's fine, I suppose. You know, I feel like I'll be taken to that city anyway, so I should just wait. Well, there's an Aetheryte current right there. Yes, I've got all the Aetheryte currents in every areas here now. Now I just need to do these. Whoop whoop.
Well, you have to fish, crab. Think I got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you did taste of them. Oh, I do love a bit of fine. Chunk some in the pan, and it's a bloody feast full of flavor. Now, what is that I can do for you? Can't say as there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alphanon, eh? I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Odin is richer than all of Novgorod put together, but it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Still Thread. That's a fisherman's village just up the path here. You're looking for a rundown or excuse of a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alphanum joins you. Alright, just don't tell him who it is. Just be like, hey, a friend wants to meet with you. Then again, he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know my name, so... That dude. Alphanum obviously knows who I am, but Yo, the battle music is something else. I guess, yep, it's right there. I was like, I bet it's up above that rock cliff there. And it is. So I'll go grab that one and then I'll make my way back. Oh, bitch. To the north, but that stuff I'll take care of off stream, obviously. But if they're close by, they're close by. Like that one was definitely not that far away, so that's why I decided to do that. All right. Yeah, this, like, don't get me wrong, this stuff doesn't seem to be bad, but I'd rather, obviously, do the stuff, wear the stuff that I currently have. Time to see the little brother! Is it first time in the tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What will you be having? I'll take some ale. Fine choice, and what will you be paying with? Oh, it's a lady. Well now, those are exact. Where did you come by coins like that? Sorry dear, I doubt they'll have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not able to be begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other agreement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we can have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any venom you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be the old soil next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me and you can laze about here as long as you like. Okay. I was going that way. I honestly don't mind this song, but it can get a bit annoying at some point. Blighted Crop.
I like the battle music for this area. It's awesome. Response. Maybe you need to knock louder. The dude's dead, probably. Response. Perhaps the occupant's hard of hearing. Or dead. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. Yeah, the dude's probably dead. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The odd scrapes of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have been taking up residence of their absence. Huh. That's probably going to be problematic. Again, the music of this game is fantastic. I honestly cannot wait to hear what the music's going to be for Endwalker. And honestly, the area that we'll go to in Endwalker 2. Welcome back, dear. What did the good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Can't find him. Gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Elmon? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And here I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. It's time to meet little brother again.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, yo, what class are you now, Alphanone?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Hey, brother. Oh my god, they're really doing their best to conceal Alphanone.
'Tis good to see you, my friend.
Hey, buddy.
The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alphino, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
Brother!
It seems an age since last we spoke.
It has.
Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. The time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Hey, Hyperan, good evening. Me, I was more worried about you. I was more worried about you, little bro.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
A lot of shit went down when you were gone. Xenos is alive. Oh, wait, no, you were there for that. But it's confirmed he's alive. Xenos, whatever.
I see. Both the Exarch and Dalize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion.
Okay.
I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail.
Yeah, probably.
But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat.
Which is
one being
kind of
Sin
what we
Eaters,
are
of
doing.
course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered.
That's my little bro.
That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Always.
And so we take to the road once more.
That's so much goddamn experience. I have a feeling I'm going to get close to 1,000,000 experience at some point. Assuming you have no objections, let's make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I've yet to set foot in Elmo, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west and then cross a small bridge. Okay. I like your outfit. Carson seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I have some impression of the Crystalium. Even in a distant world, people are much the same. To think whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all of its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, no, get away from me! Over there. Quickly, someone's in trouble. Oh, Alpha known. Oh, that is one giant chameleon. Or iguana. Come on, chameleon. Come on, chameleon. Come on, chameleon. When I right upon. Ah, it's this thing. Oh, thank the fates. Look out. Hi there. My day is going all right. It hasn't really begun, but you know, it's not even noon yet here. In 15 minutes it will be. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Oh, there you are. In my haste, I lost my balance. But I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you all right, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and quiet up outside Elman with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gates has to be safer than staying here. Yep. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid. Oh, that's Alphanon. Yeah, that's true, Hyperren. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone. At least you make this task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I won't linger long in this place. There's not to be had here but cobwebs and memories. As the lady says, many of these parts have abandoned their home to live in Elmin's shadow. Should the Sinians descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Brief history then. 'Twas not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sinians first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal aether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Coastal suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sinians' victims grow larger by the day. A tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory at this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Yeah, I didn't read the interview yet. I just know that there was an article that came out of the Alize's voice actress talking about bringing that character to life and all that stuff. I probably should read it at some point. It's probably a really good read. And plus, I freaking love Alize's voice actress. She's a good one. I mean, all the voice acting in this game is fantastic, so... Southwest, okay, I will be heading that way, so... Shall follow. Yes. The whale fleet.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond.
Isn't it a bit ironic that it's called Open Arms and it's closed?
This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
City proper.
Ah, I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
Oh, hello.
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
Yeah?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The
your
hell?
attention, please!
Who are these jokesters?
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Yulmore extends its warmest regards.
Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna have to
Let
find
it be
them at some
known
point?
that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu.
Well, damn.
Who among you will answer the call?
I haven't
yourself
unlocked my
or another.
culinary skill
We
yet.
might not at all.
Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
I haven't unlocked the culinary class.
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over
I don't
like
mind
market
fish
produce.
if it's prepared good. I actually, when I was in Alaska, I had a good, I can't remember the exact kind of fish it was, but it was very good in my opinion. Can't wait to try that again when I go up to Alaska at some point.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back.
I seriously am not a fan of these
Having seen your
jokesters.
all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms.
It doesn't help that this music is
Join
playing
us
behind
in
them
a city
too.
of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor. Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident.
Meal. That looks like a butt. That's a peach emoji if I've ever seen one.
For you. Enjoy.
Thank goodness.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gate Town, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity, yet the whole arrangement just seems...
Fishy? Nah.
Well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Ah, you're not a big fan of it. I'm sure for people that don't really have much else to eat, that's all they can really hope for. Uh-oh, I just caught her eye. Great. I'm not a fan of you. You haven't shown me why I should be a fan of you yet, so I don't like you. You bunch of jokesters. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Almondron's current ruler came to power. Yet from what I've seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggles against the city, it arouses them their self-sufficiency and try to prosper ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entranced now, I worry that mayhap you should take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. Gate Town. Nice meets, secrets divulge. Yep, pretty much. Ooh, hello there. Man, I am a big fan of how the female milfos, or however you pronounce the species I am. I honestly really like the designs of the females. A bubbling cookpot. I almost said cockpot. Large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chugs mellow, you realize, floats in the otherwise plain broth. Preoccupied petticoat. Hi. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that waits for me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? And there's one all the way in the back. Son of a beach. Ah, the Vieira. This was the expansion where the Vieira was introduced in, right? Although that can only be picked if you're a female. But I think a lot of people are like, oh, they'll introduce the male Vieira equivalents in Stormbreaker and Walker. So yeah, can't blame you for wanting a slice of Elmo's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour face and ride and make a home for yourself here. Gate Town's not much to look at, alright, but at least it's safe, and the Mel is the best thing I've ever tasted. Uh-huh. Listen, I'm not gonna abandon my little brother, okay? Besides, sister will be very mad if I did. You've seen what Gate Town has to offer. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on handouts from Mel and believe everyone is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unable to thrive with any other way of life. I need to sell this shit. I need to know what the hell this Magitech Prism job mastery thing does. A fickle experience. Fickle. You disapprove of these people's way of life. You disapprove of Elmon? It is difficult to make a final judgment without first seeing the city's inner workings. Mayhap it is the unnecessity which always makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters, however unjust the system seems to me. If these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly woman you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Elman's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untainted, hastening the region's descent into ruin. I am not convinced that Elmon's generosity truly seeks the best interest in countless people. I am not so naive as to think there is some miraculous solution to all this.
Yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of the capricious nobles. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long delayed steps through Elmion's gates. It's just fortunate you have arrived when you did, Ande. I have been working on a scheme to institute myself to the city, as if all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. Okay. There's a beast tribe who makes its home in the sea surrounding the island. The Ondo, they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they seem to themselves in their ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tataru took such great pains to impose upon me during our stay in Konge, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinarily fond of land-growing produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered those produce such girls to them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor. Should not agree. Surely even the most jaded Umeru lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. That you have! That you have! My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. Just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Yeah! Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first then. We must pay a visit to Mosho Moa, my supply and right. Come, it's just to the west of here. Uh-oh. A fickle existence. Fickle. You know what? I'm curious if like that Aetherite current is going to be like up here somewhere. So before I go make my way down there. Yeah, I don't know what it means either. So it's like I don't know how to use it properly, and I'm scared to like try anything. I don't know if this is something that got introduced with this little thing that they're doing or what. Oh, went a little too far ahead. Oh, there it is. How do they expect me to get up there? No, seriously, how do they expect... Oh, yeah, there we go. Like, I just had the Moogle... No, wrong one, wrong one! God damn it. Fucking what I wanted. I just had the Moogle things for it, so I was like, sure, I'll do this, because I don't know if I'll... I mean, I might keep doing some of those raids to get some of the other mounts that's going on with this. I think there's maybe like one more that I want to get, so... But I have to keep doing the same fucking dungeon thing over and over again, which isn't bad, but it gets annoying, especially when it's like, you can't skip the cutscenes for it. So cool. Yeah, it has the other Aetherite tournament was probably right here. And I'm a fairly new player to this game. Like, I first started playing this in September because I believe it was around that time. Oh, shit. I went too far south. It was around that time that
they were given the actually it might be over there is where the thing's at. Around September of 2020, they were handing out the game for free. At least the first game, the base game and the first expansion were free. And then eventually I decided, once I did my free trial, I said fuck it, and I bought the full completion, or the full, the complete edition that was out so far, which had Shadowbringers and Stormblood. So that's how I got it. So yeah, I did a few streams around the time when I got the game, and then when I finished it, when I finished the first part of it, I took a break until January. So yeah, I went through all of Heavensward and all of Stormblood. Stormblood in the span of the 3 months since. So, is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Most Amor. This is my associate Andy. We are here to collect the produce I purchased. I heard your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Mr. Lad, short blue hair? No. He said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed... Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take up the west. But yeah, no, you can get this game, and it has a free trial all the way to level 60 and or the through the first expansion of Heavensward. So yeah, it's a I'll be honest, I was scared, and I'm still somewhat scared of this game in a way, but it's good as hell. But obviously the one thing that's like I'm most scared of, I hate that it's a monthly subscription type thing. Of course you can set up like, oh, pay every like 3 months. I think that's what I have it set up as, so leave me the hell alone. Search the surroundings for a male minstrel with short blue hair. You may move the camera around as you zoom in and out targets a likely suspect and inspect them with R2 or X. Yeah, locate your quarry. Oh yeah, Mistral. I forgot. It's like that's what they refer to the Misquist or whatever the class. Oh shit. They refer to whatever the class I am as. Andy, any sign of him? Oh yeah, I'm definitely having a blast with this game. With a keen eye. Let's move in before he makes good in his escape. Like, I'm having a great time with this game. Final Fantasy has always been one of those games that I think I've never really found a game that I never really enjoyed in this series. I've always, and like, even though people hate 13, hate 8 for whatever reason, I enjoyed both of those games. I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy 13 at the time. Like, I can see why people didn't like it, but I have no qualms with it now. And 8, I recently did a Let's Play of that, and I sound like, yeah, no, this is good. There you are.
The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
This was voice. I didn't hear the voice.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family, and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it.
No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
Okay.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear, must it be Yulmore or nothing? What of the Crystalium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
Okay, I can somewhat respect that. Alpha known. You can respect that.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmoran's interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
You have the same eye makeup that I have.
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
That's my little brother.
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shear, it was the difference between life and death. I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best.
Well, let's hope so, and hopefully he doesn't bite him in the ass, and then we'll bite us in the ass if we actually done it.
We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
Quite possibly. We better hurry and think of a new plan. That's not who you are. That's not who you are, bro.
I suppose not. Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alf, you know. Ever the slave to sentiment.
Speaking of him, he kind of saved my life,
Keep
so...
your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending.
I hope so, and I hope they don't like, oh, pearls, come
we
this
return
way,
to our
and then they end up killing them. Honestly, that's probably what happens, is they actually take them into the cities for sacrifices, because that's like the same story from other fictions I've seen, where it's like, oh, we're doing a lottery type thing. Oh, we picked you. Oh, we're taking you to kill you. Oh, here we go. We're going to see it now, aren't we?
I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble. Come on. They may need our help.
Yeah. I mean, especially because the name of this quest is called A Fickle Existence. I feel like that kind of like helps to the fact that like, oh yeah, southeast. Yeah, it might be down there. I just want to grab that. Like the name of the quest kind of gives it away. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna pick you, and you're gonna just be like a sacrifice for the greater good of this area or whatever like that. It's like, ooh, get up there. How the hell am I supposed to get that? Oh no, it's right here. Okay. To the west, everybody heading to the west. Like, I just have a feeling there obviously has to be some kind of like a dark secrets going on in that spot. Actually, I'm curious. Can I just like... Nope, you're not even gonna let me go down there. Okay. Like, that has to be the case. It's like, yeah, no, we have a dark secret of sacrificing these people that we picked from here. Because who cares about them? They're just poor, and no one cares about them and such. Actually, did they already kind of do that place? Yeah. I think they did, like... I don't know if they did that kind of plot line in this game already, but... Like I said, I kind of remember some stuff. Other stuff I'm not too familiar. I don't think it's Actually, I think they did. I think they did like, oh my god, it's the giant bulls. Same with this quest, I feel. Oh yeah, same. Weakened wrench. What up? You gonna tell us that the should take care of the worst of his injuries? Mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. Poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I go get a fire going. Okay. We're gonna learn a dark secret. We're gonna learn that he came from there and such, so. I mean, he looks like he's dressed for it. All of a sudden, I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? Let's let the further tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristal. I was invited into Almeria to work as an artist. Uh-huh. Here we go. So you're a citizen of Almeria. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them. When my style proved contrary to their taste, they just quite shuffled me out onto the street. I was both penniless and patronless. Grave sin in Lord Vulture's city. Yep, here we go. So here's the dark thing, is you end up being a servant to specific people, and when they say like, oh, we don't like this anymore, you're gone. The days that brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Rejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the boulevards into the goddamn ocean. From up there? How were you not dashed into pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, I would have counted for much. Monstrous. Citizens condone such barbaric punishment. Oh, without a second thought. When Lord Valmont passes judgment, no one so much blinks, let alone argues. So this is a dude we're probably going to kill at some point. And Almond, his word is law. Yep, the dark secret of paradise is if you don't do the job that you got into the city for, then you're worthless. The more I hear about Emerald, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first we should convoy Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. Way into the city. Ah, are you going to be our way into the city? Alright, my A-bike is over here. I think I found way more there it is, actually. Oh. I love that mount. I love that. I think that's my favorite mount so far. And not only that, but because you get... Oh. No, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't go into the ocean of this area. But one of the reasons why I like this mount is because it can fucking, like, glide on the ocean, which is awesome. Ooh, I could get a HP bonus by doing this, but I'd rather not. The Fates has stuff for me to do off screen. This game is not hard to platinum either. It's just very time consuming. Especially, I think the one that takes the most time to do is beating 10,000 enemies, which I still haven't even gotten that yet. And I've done, God, how many? Like I've done so many. I mean, I think there is a way to see how many you've done. I think it's like actually right here. Yeah, the achievements. I actually kind of want to see. Battle. Yeah, see, so I've beaten, so I'm at least halfway there, but how many of these? Oh, I'm fairly close to it. Just have less than 3,000. I mean, it's still a shit ton, but I'll get there eventually, which is awesome. I would like to actually get that on screen, so. Paris, accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. And if you'll permit me, I will assist you in your attempt to enter Emerald, insofar as I am able at any rate. And to be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to my stomach. But since it's plain you've set your minds to it, you should have taken this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Elmer Elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want. And if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. My son, this is your livelihood. Cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I can't. I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. And so what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided. But I shan't stay long in this place, not with the city brewing over me. Now I'll move on to the new lands and a new profession. And I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying days. So much experience. They say kindness has its own reward, but Crystal has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill vacancy. Thankfully, I do have such modest skill with the brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. Dude, you're a great artist! I don't know how you do with painting, but your drawings, dude! As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as my assistant? I don't mind. Then it's settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance for those vile jesters. Yeah, vile and jesters are correct. Oh, these blue quests are probably the ones for the Aetheryte Currents. Which, northeast now, well, that's all the way in the opposite direction I gotta go, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I only have 5 of them left, which isn't a lot. I hope the cutscene that plays, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a cutscene that plays. I hope that plays is going to be voiced, because I need to go use the restroom. I honestly thought I could also do Alize's quest line in this stream, but maybe I won't be able to. If I can maybe, if I can at least get to where Alize is at the end of the stream, I'll be happy. Again, I'm not so like, oh, I need to get past all this stuff. Because now that I'm in Shadowbringers along with everyone else, I'm perfectly fine with doing not as much. So. Plus, I should probably see how many quests I need to do left too, because there's not as many main storyline quests in this as there was in Stormblood. So, all right, let's see if this is voiced, and if it is, I'm gonna quickly go use the restroom. Here they come. Damn it, it's not voiced. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it has been for the folks at our door. We welcome a peddler who made pillows from a poem, and now we've a place for a painter of a poem. So come along and don't be slow, it's time to let your colors show. I can paint portraits at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Aha, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your powers and masterpiece on your person? Sadly, no. Can I paint a soon soul? Such is the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of service. Flecks of paint, both old and new, a tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. That didn't rhyme. The fuck's wrong with you? And who is this anger on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite, then. Shall leave his fate in the hands of our new employer. It matters not on wit to us. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to almost sweet embrace. Oh, they're expecting the mole or whatever it is, the meal. Oh, messy me, the meal. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back. Yep, there it is. The misrhyme. Yeah, no, I was like, they did it for a while and then they kind of just dropped it off. It's like, okay. Oh boy, here we are. We're in the city of bullshit. Ooh. I mean, I'll say it's pretty, but at what cost? Now I can come and go as I please in this area. Ha, you fools!
The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place.
No, I think I know who this has to be. The fucking Warrior of Darkness, dude.
Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
I think I do great in this area. More.
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share.
Probably.
Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Yeah, eternal pleasure until they run out of what they want us to do. Bullshit. Welcome to the City of Final Pleasures. Feel free to weep as its magnificence. No? Not even a single tear? Moving right along then. Our first task is register as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way so you can just need to put your happy face and head through the joyous hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to the folks off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls of Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envoy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. By way, waste another moment. Go enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. Uh-huh. Alphonone? Any thoughts? Bring with immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being. Yeah, you go and do that while I go attune these aetherite shards first. Well, at least attune that one. Is there... No, I'll just continue on until hand. Oh, hello. Now, my fortunate friends, may I have your names? I'm Alphonone, an artisan, and this is Andy, my assistant.
Yes, I was informed of your immediate arrival. We have foregone the usual interview and began processing your registration papers forthwith. Okay. Now, citizens of Omai are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Vanity, and the bounded, who work in the employ of the free. You'll be joining the ranks of the bounded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity of which you are chosen. In your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free or accept work as a general labor. I see. Might you tell us something of the patron we ought to serve? The two patrons, actually. Kazi News and Doli Chi, a mystical couple who most refer to as the Chasey. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect immediately, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now a moment, please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. All in order. These are your registration documents. Here you go. Take these papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you will officially be Omian citizens. Oh joy. Enjoy your new life in paradise. Living in a gangster's paradise. Been spending most of our lives living in a gangster's paradise. Look in the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. What have we here? Alpha known artist, Andy, artist assistant. To be employed in the service of Lord Chai and Lady Dueling Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it's best that we deliver you to Chai residence before... Eh? Oh dear. Do we smell? We smell of that. You smell hideous! Well, thanks! We've been kind of, you know, living out in the... Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Ah! Proceed directly to the delusionary next door and scrub yourself clean. Use whatever showers are free. After you've risen away that stench, you'll want to splash yourself with this perfume. Liberty! Literally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Coordinating the guide by the stairs will give you directions. Do we smell that bad? I haven't realized we were so aromatic. Oh, I love it. I love it. You smell like shit! Well, thanks! Want to bathe in here, then? It'd be awesome. There's like a little... like, have a scene with me with, like, all my armor on, then you actually see a little bit of how you rinse yourself clean in the steams of water. While wearing your armor. Maybe I should draw the curtain. You apply the perfume as directed, and the illusion scent of roses fill the air. Oh, you've showered in dress array, haven't you? Is that not... That is to say, it seems rather exposed from one's arbitrariness, does it not? What would a Stinian say? Alize would have been drying her hair by now. Hurry up and shower, Stinky! What would a Stinian say? I'm not gonna call him Stinky. Good gods, you will mention nothing of this. Swear to me. Alphinone's such a child, but I love him. Little brother, little brother.
It's funny seeing other people like throw items. Oh, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to new patrons then? No, excuse me while I go kill other things first and smell awful again. You're looking to present yourself to the Chais, aren't you? Let me explain how the city is laid out, then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of another. This layer here is called the Butters. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters. Above that, you've got the Canopy, which is where the free citizens of Homeland spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you ran out of stairs, then look for the Grand Dominant's Parlor. You'll be there like as not. Okay, but let me attune this thing, I suppose, if they'll let me. Ow. I'm just looking for the crystal thing. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, doesn't seem to be here. Well, that sucks. Unless it's up the stairs here. It is, son of a bitch. This music is good, although very foreboding. No, I don't think foreboding is the right word of it. They're trapped. There'll probably be some quests in here we'll have to do at some point. The Butters. Oh, hamburgers! I can't do a good Butters impression. I think I used to, but also I'm talking about Butters from South Park, for people who may not know. Oh, hamburgers! Like Zoink Scoop. According to the message engraved in the base, special permission is required to use the 8th right. Well, fuck you then, bitch. Is this spoken? I need to use the restroom. Please let me be spoken. Ah, okay.
Oh, who's this then?
All right, I'll be right back.
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks, oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers. I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content.
Cool. Don't know what's
Isn't
been
that
said,
right,
but sure.
darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
You're definitely whipped.
Okay. Hooray! Oh, Alvin straight up just yoinked into that seat. Now you have the opportunity to experience Oleon. I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colorful cactus. When too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. Can I attune here now? Or do I still need a special permission? Still need special permission. Damn it. I'm gonna pull Maiden. Oh, hello there. A fresh registry, are we? You seem a little lost. Oh, yeah. Well, it is lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into your attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big, strong lad, long hair, tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I dropped my handkerchief, and I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would oblige if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Okay. Dude, you okay? Here, I'll help you. Get up, lad! God damn it!
Wicked white, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught onto something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough.
Is your life for a scrap of cloth? You must think highly of your mistress.
She is my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Illinois, I thought only to improve my lot in life. But there was so much more in the city than wealthy and plenty. There's no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect.
I'm sure they do.
My mistress has been ever kind to me, and I think of no place in Kosovo where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I must have gone a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to a generous first hand.
Well, she actually sent me.
What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet! I must return to her immediately!
I wonder if she uses you for other memes. Yo, I like your outfit, dude. Especially the eye patch. I need an eye patch. Yo, this is the beehive? Yo, this is straight up the honeybee inn from Final Fantasy VII. I can't wait till I can't wait till the expansion of Final Fantasy VII into Remake Intergrade. Can't wait for that. My attendant told me everything. I'm so grateful you were there to offer your assistance. You seem a dedicated... You value him highly, then. You seem a dedicated patron. I don't know. I feel like there's no quote-unquote wrong. Oh, my attitude is not unusual, I assure you. Without the efforts of our bounded residents, we free citizens would not enjoy the pleasance of our daily lives. They're deserving of our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society, our different stands would breed prejudice or resentment, but in our most glorious measures in place to avert such unpleasantries. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. That sounds... Let's say something. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead and say it, Hyperren. Go ahead and say it. No judgments here. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There's no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, or our courageous messenger turned rescuer. It's so funny. All this talking of rallying on the bond, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. No, you haven't, no. A tour of the city it is. Then you really must visit the Beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Trista Bai usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself in a good stance. Okay. Yo, can I, like, sell this shit here? Because I don't need this. Materia. Cool. I got materia, people, but I just want to sell something. Oh, yep, yeah, I did. It looks straight up like the Honeybee Inn, like I said. Listen, I just want to sell some shit. Flyer printing material. Oh, vision. You and me, oh, vision in the dark, lying on the back skin. Alright, sell that, and sell that, because I do not need any of that. I honestly, I loved that scene in Final Fantasy VII Remake at the Honeybee Inn with Andrade. That was fucking amazing. Yo! Hi there. Poking the Beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at ease, eh? Quick. Oh, I thought we were going to play Triple Triad. I was like... Triple Triad time! No. High and low. Okay. I seriously can't wait to see what Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is going to be about. It's simple a matter of guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor. Within reason, of course. Interested? I guess. Damn it, I was hoping for Triple Triad. Ready for a game of high and low, then? What are the rules? High and low is a guessing game. You must decide whether the total of your 3 cards is higher or lower than the total of your opponent's cards. Deck holds 9 cards with the pictures printed thereon representing the numbers 1 through 9. Each number appears only once in the deck, so there are no repeats. Okay, so... the deck holds 9 cards with the pictures... so there's 9 cards, 1 through 8, or 1 through 9, and there's only 1, okay? If you guess correctly, then you win the match. If both totals are the same, then another hand is dealt, okay? Good for you. No time like the present, I say. So what happens if I lose? 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip 2 of mine. They're playing triple Triad music! Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower? Okay, so she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She has 12 right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have... So she has 3 and 9, and I have 7. I don't know what my other 2 cards are. But the highest card that she could possibly have is 8. So let's do this by elimination. So 8 plus 3 is 12. No, 8 plus 3 is 11. Plus 9, so she'd have 20. 20 is the highest number she can have. Okay. Now, granted, I could have 1 and 2. So that would be 3. So I'd have 10, which is low. But if I have 8, that means I have 15. And if she has... So the next high number card that she could have that's not 8 is 6. So if she has 6, so she could have 18. So the highest number that she can have right now is 20, and the lowest one that she can have is 13. I'm going to say high. I think I'm high. Higher. Going with high then. Right, let's see what we've got. My card adds up to a total of 14, and you have... total of 19. Sweet! Yes, I was right. You win! Pure luck. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I'd concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about that favor. Okay. Another match of high-low? Come on, little honeybee. Oh, we all need our diversions. That's the spirit. Let me sort out the deck. 3 cards. Yep. I've been playing the OG version of Final Fantasy VII. I haven't gotten too far in it. I'm only at Reactor 9. Or not Reactor 9. Reactor 5. So I'm not even out. Like, I'm still in Midgar. Okay, so she has 7, 11. I have 6. So she could have 9. It's the same situation. Her highest could be 20. And her lowest could be... Actually, her lowest one would be smaller than what it was last time. Her lowest could be 12. I have 6. So my lowest could be... You know what? I'm going to say high again. Aha. So she has... I've already beaten her. I've beaten her. Total of 20. I beat her with, like, just that first one. Oh, well, would you look at that? I think you've got an act for this newcomer. Congratulations, victory is yours, as is the prize I promised. Come whisper in my ear, then, and don't be shy. Tell old Trista what she can do for you. That's all? How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humblest estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Varro was born with the power to condemn them, which means no Eleanor need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Adrian over there. It's not the merry sort likes more than the sound of his own voice. What's new to Omeran, you say? Only just arrived and already you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I tell you what, you hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have our little talk. Seriously? Yo! Hells yeah, I'm all for this. Hells yeah, I am all for this. Let's do this. I'm all for it. Let's do this. I don't really have a general. Do I? You know what? I'll just do this dance. Yo, I'm all for this. I wish it was better though. That's the way. Dance like there's no tomorrow. Yo, I'm all for this, though. You know, it's kind of weird that majority of the female dancers are always the class that the race that I am. Now that was a show. You're welcome to champ up the stage anytime you like. So what was it you want to ask me? Ah, yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Ulmerian army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for now. For us. Oh, about 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got this way with the Eaters, you see. Turns them docile as house cats. I won't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Ulmerian, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet elsewhere there were still fools who insist on find their losing battles. Toast to Lord Valtteri. Yeah. I see. Gain the primary sense of the city. The Charms and Alphanon will be expecting your return. Where's my brother? Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon. You need to have heard back. Young Alvin is yet to put brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. Oh, so you've like... Oh! It's the same outfit you've worn before. Put together an ensemble of one of my garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me. The last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy. However am I to decide? I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly. Well, as an artist here, it's not to dress up dull. It's about time we set him to work for the reasons we call him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly. Well, I don't... That's to say, as long as you... just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who will be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we go pick out some jewelry next? Okay. Is this like you want paintings for like your son or something like that, or for your lord? For the lord, dude? Alright, I have 2 quests left and then I think I'll end the stream. Hey, Jazz has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently that exceeds to how I should dress whilst painting. This obsession of hers works in our favor. Time has been indulging these discretions. Time you can use to continue our explorations. With this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the royal boars and sniff out the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Man, how lucky that we have a pretty boy, brother. Geronimo! Ow! Are you okay? You're one of the bounded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't see it anymore. Been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm no use to him then. I need you to sneak out of the derelict and describe my condition to Thorax. Here's a list of symptoms and a hunk of mail to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Okay. Oh, right. I forgot I gotta climb this ladder of success first. Actually, can I just use this to teleport to the Glory Gate, I suppose? Alright, he's right next to one of those things. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And as a matter of fact, I might be able to get to that other one from here too. Sweet, 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 sweet. I love how no one's like, why does this dude carry a giant axe with him? No, I wish... How do I get out? Oh, do I just go... yeah, no. I had to walk around from the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Bum 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 bum. Two trailer park girls go around me outside, around me outside, around me outside. Bum 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 bum. Yo, this place looks like trash. Go get that aetherite shard. Oh, well, lovely. There's the person I'm supposed to be talking to. Okay, if I went the other way. Ah, don't matter. Heating essence, toxic, poison, pushing. A cure for an alien voice, is it? No, no messing cure this. He thinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. Must be cut out. Exercise, and even the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her for the nest, I wonder? Or simply silence her chips? Oh, your face. You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who entered the city, very few have ever seen leave, even as corpse. Well, you might see one or two fortune fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest gone. A town of nightmares it is. Not for the ships, rats, oh no no. I'm contented to carry her out down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation's over. You have my verdict and I have my mellow. Good day. I said good day. Oh boy. That's not going to be good for this lady. Oh no. Clement. So wait, I can travel here now? Huh. Maybe not. Yeah, but oh well. Sorry to say, girl. Did you get my medicine? So that's it. What am I to do if I can't sing? Oh, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said... So you've been suffering all this time? I am sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trialing by casting you out into the street. You are too kind, sir. But what my use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. Then I shall have a word with Lord Valtteri and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where residents neither pain nor illness will your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it is a step too far? No, you would do that for me. Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instruments was waiting there to greet me. Ascension, huh? My guess is death! Ascension?
Ah, you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As you all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them into a celestial paradise. It is through Lord Valtteri that we have learned this truth. It is through Lord Valtteri's grace that the free people of Elumion are destined to embrace salvation.
Oh boy, that is true! He's sending them to die!
We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment, until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bounded may find a peace within the host, should their patrons deem them worthy.
Lord Valtteri truly is a great man, isn't he? Yeah, he's great.
Now, if you will excuse me, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary.
You remind me of Cernry, and that's so unfair. You remind me of my niece, bitch. Report to Alphanon. Boy, will I. Nothing but death. Nothing but death. Nothing but death. Oh, I don't think I can go to the plaza from here, though, can I? Cannot. So I'll just run for another 3 seconds, and then I'll walk the west. Oh, God. I would have been mad. I so hate that you can only sprint for 20 seconds. That's so bullshit. Should allow you to sprint for at least half the time it takes for the sprint to come back. But I digress. Alright, we have one more mission, and then I think I might end the stream. Or maybe I'll do the next mission too. We'll see. It all depends. All depends on what this next one is, which I have a feeling might involve me being in a battle. That's not bad, Alphanon. It's good to see you back. It will take you so long to begin to voice, and then it happened. I began sketching an outline of the portrait, but the shy appear otherwise occupied. We share what your investigations have gleaned thus far. I learned of the Ascension. So, Morvan boasts about man of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? I'll explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. As for this Ascension business, I cannot help but put in mind that the apothecary and his armies will not. So many folks have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? Here we go.
I take my eyes off you for one moment. You're chatting away with that assistant of yours. Might assume the outline is done then. What in the blazes? It is so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphanon. Where is your artistic inspiration? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility and overwhelm the viewer with its balanced beauty. Lord Shai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection. A spectacle to scalping jaws and weakened knees, to make people cry out in amazement. Now fetch a blank canvas, son.
Yeah?
I say, I come from above.
Oh no. Not these two. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make your quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose set to ruin our fair city. But our Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Why do I get the feeling that the person they're talking about is the one dude that took our first idea to get into the city? Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. Oh joy, a murder! Let's go watch! Yes, let's go watch, my dear. A malcontent, how dreadful.
And this man is to face sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mention is part of the Emigrant, the level above us where Lord Bannerman resides. Ordinarily, it would be barred from entering, but it seems they've been opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown Lift will take you up there. But not to waddle, then. Poor Alphonone. I like his sketch. His sketch is nice, ya bitch. Okay, take me higher. Joining the crowd up there. Yeah, let's go watch this injustice unfold. This has to be voice, I'm assuming. Oh no. He has this in.
That's him. That's Vorthri.
Well, Jesus! He looks like a bigger version of Don Corneo. He just looks straight up like Don Corneo. Look at those. Oh my God. There are the Sin Eaters.
He's attended by Sin Eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Because he's probably one in disguise.
Mercy! Mercy!
It probably is the one.
By the 12.
I was right. Oh, yikes.
Kaishia, what happened to you?
We should not be doing this, Alphonone.
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vorthri, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud.
I knew it. I knew it.
He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but.
Well, then again, we might have been better at the business trip than him.
Is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society.
Alphonone, this is not
To
the time or the
atone
place.
for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that.
Yeah,
what then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Cut off his hand.
Sin Eaters are part of Yulmore society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
Or, you know, by offering
So,
themselves as a
I
sacrifice.
demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
Ooh, boy. Alphonone, I know you're pissed, but we cannot risk getting exiled yet.
It is true that Kaishia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out, I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmore?
Alphonone! Ah, well, who cares?
Dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules,
Is that on your
one
side there?
has
Why am I
naught
seeing
to
another
fear.
face?
I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the things.
Uh-huh, sure you can.
And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
Of course.
And people call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
We will, with your blood!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so.
Little brother's got some big balls on him.
Did that little worm just insult me?
No, not at all.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
Oh boy. You're doing this. Ooh, who's that leaning against the door there? No, that's who I think it is. That motherfucker. That motherfucker. I know exactly who that is. I can't remember your name, but I know exactly who it is. We met him in the previous stream. You good, Alphanon? Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again. Though it's probably best we leave the island altogether. I believe we've won our welcome in Elmore. In any case, I've seen enough of this world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sinias will find few allies in Costalia. I'll accompany you back to the Crystalium. We need to regroup and think of our new strategy anew. Christier, I have done you a grave disservice. You are hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risk inherited in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It's me who have made a mess of things, not you. But even after all your trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Vernon wants us all dead. Why not come back to us to the Crystalium? I'm certain we can find work for you there if you're willing. I'll just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well, but you must promise you'll be careful. The Romans may yet come to looking for us. I'll keep my head down and don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Yo, I think we found one ally in this god. Alphanon! Oh, it's you. Lord and Lady Sai. What in blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you.
I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphonone. Now I've had many beautiful and striking pictures painted of me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Vanity and vouch for your character. I'm sure he can soothe over any hard feelings. I'm sorry, Lady. There are important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us in the fullest? Pray press me no further. We are leaving, but I will not presume to take the garments you were so kind to procure for me. One moment. I won't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. And I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gates without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. Aw, I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind this glittering facade. Yeah, you know what? She was nice. Husband, on the other hand, asshole, but what'd you expect? That's not peace, okay? Why do I have a feeling that the thing I'm looking for is going to be way up there? Because that's where it seems like it's leading. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Muted myself from a sneeze. These is the right currents for any left in this area? 5, right? Yeah, 5. 5, and then the ones I get from the missions. Yeah, I think the aetheryte current that the company's currently looking for is going to be one around here. I won't be able to get down. Well, I'd probably be able to climb up there, but there's no need for me to get them right now. Again, like I said, this is stuff I'll be doing off screen, is getting the aetheryte currents from these areas. I think that one's gonna be maybe. Yeah, no, that one I'm looking for is up there too, isn't it? Way too high up. Yeah. Staying on my side through this whole sword endeavor. While it's not quite the joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nonetheless answered a great many questions. Suffice to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Valty and his subjects. Come, we must speak to the Arse and chart a new course. This is far from over. I agree. Alcor. Portal to the source. It's good to be back amongst friends in such company. I can finally tell my thoughts to the future, but ere we discuss all we have learned and begin planning next step, I think it best that you visit Alize. Her familiarity with Arij will no doubt provide us an invaluable insight, and besides, I know she's eager to see you as I was. Bring a smile to her face, Andy.
Of course. Of course! Who do you take me for? I'm the big brother! I'm the big brother here. Alrighty. Let's go do that. I will go do that, at least the first quest. Doing all of Alize's questline will take way more time than what I have, so that will have to start on the next stream. But if I can at least get Unreal launch. Oh, there it is. It's like, why can't I find the thing? I know there's one. We literally just took it. Here you go.
Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Amiagi, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away. Assume you have everything you need.
I do.
All set, then off the off.
You can now travel down me, speaking with the Ava. I'm going to travel to fly to the desert. Okay. So Alize's questline has, not counting this one, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll have 8 as well.
From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered
So how many of
elder.
these have I completed? 1, 2, 3, 4,
He told
5,
me
6, 7,
Armarang meant majestic land. in the
So I'll
language of
complete
his
13
people.
quests. But there were a lot of cutscenes into this, so... And that's totally fine. There's still going to be quite a bit of cutscenes, or
And so
still
it might
a lot.
still be.
You know what? I'm just going to count them now, so...
Were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, Okay, we still have 93 missions left. And a lot of these missions are, not a lot of them, but some of these missions that we're getting close to will be dungeons slash raids fights, or however those ones are properly called, where we just fight the bosses in them. But okay.
Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. You'll be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky's still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch letter said I was to take you to the inn at Jerry's Head, which is where this Alize's friend goes to stay. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose to make a stop at Mode Squad to break up the trek. Plan me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off and I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Yeah. Right, we head southwest straight as an arrow.
Nope. Desert armadillo. Is that a giant, some kind of weird cactuar? Gigantor! Or gigantender. It's a chicken tender. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Armand, is it not? Before you cross the river stand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. Whoa. That is actually a nice view.
Where'd all the monsters go? They built them big, didn't they? That's Quasar, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabare Arinj. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it was when they say there was once more of Nalvaret's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nalvaret's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. A few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choices to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an armor roast for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see more squall. Saku. Let's press on, shall we?
Okay. Northwest, huh? Is it like up this corner? Oh, it's all the way down there. Son of a bitch. South, man. And that's where we'll be going. Boink. Bonk. Going to horny jail. Bonk. Oh, there it is. Right across the backs of this creature. Samael's backbone. Yo, those are some big adamant tortoises. More towards the south, huh? Well, again, this is stuff I'll be getting off screen. I'm not probably going to get them all between this part and the next part, but here we are, more squaw. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Let me quickly attune. And then I think this will do it for this stream, guys. Woo! Good stream. Awesome. Alrighty, guys, that is going to do it for this stream of Final Fantasy XIV. I am glad with the progress that we made. We made some good progress. Did like roughly 13 missions. We might do more and then... Ah, son of a bitch. God damn it. I just spilt my water. Son of a whore. Okay, let me wrap this up quickly. So yeah, I'll be back on Thursday with another stream, so you guys can enjoy it then. Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know if we'll do more or less. It all depends, because there is a dungeon coming up, and sometimes it takes a while for me to get into them. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this stream. Whether you watch it live, the archive on YouTube, I'll be back, like I said, on Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is roughly 3.5 hours ago. So there we go. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you guys on Thursday for another live stream. I gotta clean up this mess now. Bye.